In a fresh and scathing attack on Harvard University, US President Donald Trump recently took to his Truth Social platform to lambast the prestigious institution, calling it a joke and demanding that it should no longer receive US federal funding. POTUS's remarks, which came as part of his ongoing feud with elite educational institutions, were direct and pointed. Trump wrote, Harvard can no longer be considered even a decent place of learning and should not be considered on any list of the world's great universities or colleges. He continued labeling the university a joke and accusing it of teaching hate and stupidity. This latest salvo from the president is part of a broader conflict between the Trump administration and some of the nation's top universities. Trump has repeatedly criticized what he perceives as a growing woke culture in higher education, often focusing his ire on institutions that promote policies of diversity and inclusion. Harvard, as one of the most renowned and influential universities in the world, has become a prime target. Trump also took aim at two of Harvard's high-profile recent hires, that's former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio and former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Trump wrote, they hired from New York Bill D and Chicago Lori L at ridiculously high salaries or fees two of the worst and most incompetent mayors in the history of our country to teach municipal management and government. According to Trump, these mayors, both of who served during challenging times in their respective cities, are radical left fools whose poor leadership left behind cities that would take years to recover from their incompetence and evil. Trump's rant continued, blasting Harvard for hiring what he described as almost all woke, radical left, idiot and bird brains who are only capable of teaching failure to students and so-called future leaders. These comments reflect the president's long-standing disdain for what he views as a rise of progressive ideologies in education and his belief that they harm the quality of education students receive. The tension between the Trump administration and Harvard has escalated in recent months, with the president taking more aggressive steps. Just hours before his latest comments, Trump threatened to strip the university of its tax-exempt status as a non-profit institution, a move that could have significant financial consequences. Additionally, he recently froze $2.2 billion in federal funding allocated to the university. Trump's administration has also ramped up its efforts to push back against diversity-focused policies at universities across the nation, threatening to withhold federal funds from institutions that prioritize racial diversity in their admissions and hiring practices. Harvard has found itself at the center of this battle as a university has maintained its commitment to diversity and inclusion despite the president's efforts to roll back such initiatives. Harvard, for its part, has refused to bow to the president's demands. The university has made it clear that it will not negotiate over its independence or its constitutional rights. As a result, it has suffered the loss of federal funding and remains in a standoff with the administration. Harvard officials have stated that their primary responsibility is to uphold the values of academic freedom and institutional autonomy, which they believe are critical to their mission as an educational institution. For more updates on the face-off between Trump and Harvard, stay tuned to the official YouTube channel of the Indian Express.